Good morning, boys and girls. Beautiful Sunday morning. Out here in the bunker, trying to deal with the disaster. This disaster. The other disasters can wait for another day. So, real quick, I wanted to say that I have started an Etsy channel, station, page, store. I don't know terms for the interwebs. And I am working on putting up material lists for the garages. There's one right now for a 24 by 24. It's the actual list from the build in that video that I have. So you can pick that up for like 10 bucks. It helps me out if you guys want the material list. And I am working on compiling more material lists for the builds. So, and now going forward, hopefully I'll address that in the videos when I have them available, and I'll put them up for sale on Etsy. It's on Etsy right now because I figured that's the best place to do it in case I sell things like, these are unfinished, but some of my phone holders I've made, and if I do some merch, if I have a pile of t-shirts that if anybody would want to be interested, I don't know why anybody would, but you know, I could just do everything through that. So for now, there is one 24 by 24 garage build material list up on Etsy. It is mydiybuilds.etsy.com is how you get to the page or the storefront, whatever it is. So I wanted to let you guys know that, and moving on from there, I made a coffee table. I'm not going to show it to you at the moment because I just stained it yesterday and it still is a work in progress, but I was making a video about it. I'm not a furniture maker, but we were winging it, and it didn't work out too bad for having a portable planer and a portable table saw and a portable miter saw is what I used, and I actually was able to glue up some jointed boards that I just cut on the table saw. It turned out pretty good. You will see it. Members have already been able to see it because I've been giving little updates on short videos over in the member section. So if you want to join the members and also help out the channel, there's like $2.99 a month or 99 cents a month. It's called the Bargain Brigade, I think. You can go over there and join. I don't offer a lot more, but you're helping me out, and you get a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff. So that being said, I will see if there's anybody. Junkyard Dog was here. Hey, Junkyard Dog. I was just going to take some time out here, do some cleaning up. The receiver was on all night long. That's good. Do some tidying up, and then I'm probably going to go in and back into the house and have some breakfast, and then I've got to go out and take care of stuff. I've got some errands to run, and I'm going to try to pick up some polyurethane. By this evening, I will probably get a fire going in that wood stove and get it warmed up enough out here that I can get a first coat of poly on that table, and then there will be a big reveal at some point. I'm gonna have to edit the video, but who knows when that'll happen. I have a light I need to install on my porch where the birds tore the old light down and then started living in it. That was rude. And I have, at some point, I've had for like a year now, a pitcher pump. I want to drive a point well into my garden out back. Might see a video on that one, either for the members or maybe the second channel, but I'm trying to do more car stuff on the second channel. So, which car stuff, I've got to pull the winch for the TJ off the shelf over there, get some bolt measurements off of it. I have to find a winch plate because I need to mount the winch, do some other things. The beginning of August, I will be putting the TJ into Toledo Jeep Fest. I actually am going there with the Jeep and going to put it into the car show. I'm actually working on trying to get it indoors. So I'll let you know. So if you guys are in the Midwest, or you want to make that travel, or if you're in the area and you want to come see the Jeep, it should be there. Looks cold in that garage. Yeah, it is 47 in here right now, and yesterday it was pushing 60 when I had the fire going, and it was warmer outside. So I originally came out here and unlocked, and then I immediately went back into the house and got the hat and gloves. Because, yeah, it's chilly. Also, you guys probably knew this, but I'm stupid. When you are belt sanding the heck out of something with 80 grit, have some type of dust filter or dust catchment system, because holy moly. I have literally taken the little shop blower here and ran through 2 batteries 3 or 4 times each, just blowing the dust off of everything in here. That was stupid to sand as much as I did, but live and learn. This is not a wood shop. This is a all-purpose shop. Everybody knows that. What is the name of the second channel? That is My DIY TOO. The logo looks just like mine, but with a number 2 at the bottom. I'm sorry, I'm on my phone here, and it's hard for me to see the... Yeah, they're not the same wood in my garage. Yeah, that's the... I've done little things, but holy moly, that was stupid. But, like I said, live and learn. But, second channel, My DIY TOO. Look that up. I have not, the last videos that were up there were we working on the Mark IV Lincoln. I have not been back to my father-in-law's shop in a while, because next up was basically to pull it out, fire it up, let it run, come up to temperature, see what's going on with that radiator. I think I've got some leaks in there. Then see what else is leaking. The weather this week is supposed to be better, although it's supposed to be raining. So I might try to get up there this week and get it out. If I do, I'll get some more videos up on that. Not a lot of people are watching them, but I mean, if you're interested, you're interested. I don't have a lot to offer, like experience-wise and mechanic-wise. I'm just a guy working on a car, and I find it fun. I think the car's cool. I have 2 Lincolns, and I have a Thunderbird I'm on the hook for. So if anybody wants a Mark II, no wait, if they want a Mark III, a Mark IV, or a 72 Thunderbird, let me know, because they're for sale. Although the Mark III I might keep for a while. I really like that one. So let me know. I will be selling them. Can't think of any other pressing updates. I am still not working. Not big working. We still 1960 to 19. What did we do? I bought a 72 Pontiac Tempest Friday. Going to be a big project. I'm wondering, I already put up a video on it on YouTube like 11 years. Ooh, a 62 Pontiac Tempest? That's cool. I would like to find a 75 something, because that was the year I was born, and I and the car can enjoy what's remaining of our 50th anniversary year. At least for me, I have several months before I turn 51. But I thought that would be cool, although 75, it really got away from the muscle cars. I think some Novas look pretty neat. And I think like Plymouth Dusters look okay. Or a truck, I think they had the C10s and the C20s on Chevy's side. And then I think they had the Jeep 10 or the J10 and the J20s at that time. Jeep trucks, the big old Gladiators. One of those would be pretty cool to get too. But like I don't have enough projects as it is. I told my wife when I actually registered the Jeep for the show, and I was like, great, now I got to get that thing looking presentable. Probably only 20 of them still on Earth. They only made 3,300 of them. Wow. The first car was a 75 Chevy Nova. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they're like I said, it's 75 is like post emissions, and you know they've gotten away from the muscle car look, but there's a couple of them that were still pretty neat. I think that's the old Stingray Corvette. I was never a big fan of those. I don't want a Corvette anyway. It's too cliche. I figure if I'm 50 years old and have a 50-year-old Corvette, I look like one of those desperate fellas, you know? One of those old midlife crisis guys. And that ain't me. But that's way down the line. I've got to get these Lincolns done and moved. I got to make some money off of those, or at least get my money back out of them before I can put any money into anything else. So anyway, hoping the concrete crew can break ground by the end of the month. It'd be nice if by the end of the month I was back to framing, because A, I need that income, and B, you know, my hermit Brian's here. Yo, Brian, what's up, buddy? But A, I need the income from the framing jobs, and B, it gives me material to put up here, and that income, all minuscule as it is, definitely helps. So, God willing, we are going to get back to framing. Also, God willing, my back holds up and I can do some framing. Sam, good morning. So, I guess that remains to be seen if my back even holds up. I don't know. If I'm hurt, then I don't know. I'll end up working at some big box store, showing somebody where the lumber aisle is, I guess. I don't know. But what can you do? You could pull a giant fan off the top of the shelf and hit yourself in the head with it. That would have been great. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to push that back. That would have been terrible. You guys would have seen it. Idiot robbers himself in garage. Probably be my most popular video. What the heck is in that box? You ever just I don't know. Not even sure what that is. That's a bunch of rags. I haven't been in this cabinet in forever. Oh boy. Things really just go to die in cabinets. I gotta get more organized and put cabinet things in cabinets. $500 for a 75 Chevy Nova. Nice. Walmart greeter. I could do a Walmart greeter thing, but I really don't want to. Getting old sucks, but beats the alternative. Absolutely. It's a blessing to grow old. Only one way out of getting older. Yep. And no one wants to take that way. Maybe you shouldn't lift half a garage at one time. Then how am I supposed to get the garage lifted if I don't lift half of it at a time? Come on, Sam. You know, I like to work smarter and harder. I think it's a smart idea to lift heavy things because it's harder to do, but makes things go quicker. So that works in my head. As Puddin says, makes sense if you don't think about it. He's a smart man. What time is it? Oh man, it's 10:30. Jeez Louise. Time flies. I'll tell you what. Went out with some friends last night to a local establishment to listen to. Somebody's husband was in a band. I don't know. You know, it was like a acquaintance group for me. It was more of a friends group for my wife, but one of their... Anyway, long story short, I can't hear anything. My ears are ringing. I had lost my voice from screaming all night because I couldn't hear what anybody was saying. So all night I was going, what? And then I didn't get to bed till like 11. Boy, that was... Talk about getting old. That was way too much for me. But I survived. I'm here. I'm kicking. So, that's all that matters. I don't even know what half of this stuff is. Instructions for a hot tub cleaning vacuum thingy. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say about merch. I put the question up on the community page or whatever the other day, and I did go talk to a local place, and I'm supposed to get some quotes from them, and they said that they can actually open up an online store and take orders through it. They have the online store open for like 2 weeks and take orders through it. So I might figure out if we could do, I'm going to get ball caps because I need more because I beat the crap out of them, and I like to wear one that looks halfway decent, although that's not me. I don't really care, but for videos and stuff, I want one that looks halfway decent. So I'm going to get some hats, probably some t-shirts, and maybe a couple hooded sweatshirts. So I will let you guys know if anybody is interested. If they open up an online store, I think they said they would ship. So the problem is you just can't do stuff like that cheap anymore. But, you know, it helps support channels, which is, you know, no nonsense, no how. That's where I get this. And this guy, I like to try to help and support him as much as I can, you know? So that'll be a thing. Maybe. I mean, I am at the very least going to order up some hats. So if anybody wants a hat or whatever, I guess maybe I'll throw it in the Etsy store. You can purchase it that way. We'll figure out shipping, and I'll get it to you. But again, it's hard to do it cheap, and you know, I'd like to at least make $1 off of it for my trouble. But we'll see. Half this crap I have out here I don't even need. I have been working on throwing stuff away, getting rid of stuff. I upgraded my compressor, well, side graded my compressor, and then I sold my old compressor to my buddy's son who just bought a house. I've got a big job box I'd like to sell. I've got a bunch of other stuff. I've got an old Sawzall that works, but it runs constantly. It like just barely, you set it down and it's just going, it never stops running. It works really well. It's a Porter cable. It's always a really good one. I've got an old miter saw, an old Craftsman with like a cast iron base on it. I got several other things I'm going to try to sell and get out of here. I need to pare down. I've got a bunch of camping stuff. I need to get rid of a bunch of that stuff too. But yeah, I'm sure everybody knows you get overwhelmed, man. You just do. Ken's carpentry does 8 feet at a time. Well, Ken even do them anymore since he's retired. He doesn't have his crew. They all pre-framed their stuff and took it all out on a trailer too. I always liked that. That was pretty cool. The work triangle. You can have it fast. You can have it cheap. Or you can have it well built. But you can't have all three at once. The only thing I offer out of that work triangle is cheap. You get tennis elbow from framing. I did a couple years ago. Actually, the videos there's a video, and actually the title of the video is like working through mistakes, injuries, and broken tools, or something like that. And I had horrible tennis elbow, and I had an elbow brace on. I had the little like patella supports, you know, for your knee. I had one of those wrapped around my forearm just below my elbow. And at one point, I had one of my daughter's old ankle. Yeah, I think it was an old ankle sleeve from when she was dancing. I had that on, the patella support that I had for my knees, but was using for my elbow, and the elbow brace on while I was working. It was pretty bad, and I just kept using it, but avoiding anything stupid with it, and it kind of went away. So I've got bad discs in my neck that give me a lot of referred pain into my shoulder, and I've kind of learned how to work around that. The elbow thing has not been an issue. I've switched to really light boots, so my knees aren't causing me fits anymore. The only thing I have is this lower back thing. That's the only wild card right now. So you just got to kind of keep moving. Don't abuse it. You know, make sure you are working on mechanics, I suppose. But yeah, I got tennis elbowed pretty bad a couple years ago. But all in all, I'm doing okay, I think. So I'm happy about that. I don't know if anybody else is. My wife's happy about that because she wants me to go to work. Anybody want to keep it made in America keychain? I'll throw those up on Etsy. Or I'll just throw them in the garbage, which is where they should go. I don't know what half of that crap is. All right, crazy cats. Anybody else got anything really cool to say? If not, I think I am going to, yeah. I have sufficiently fasted. I'm trying to do intermittent fasting and trying to lose a couple pounds. I would like to get down, I don't know, almost 10 pounds from where I'm at right now. And then I want to get back to, I want to start rebuilding, taking some protein and some probably creatine, and kind of get back to working out, doing some lifting. I need to get back to doing running. I don't like running, but I haven't ran in quite a while. some running, squats, deadlifts, stuff like that. Try to strengthen up my back. Running probably won't help strengthen up my back, but maybe I'll do some rucking. I've got friends that do a lot of rucking. Got on the scale today, and the scale said 1 at a time, please. Yeah, I was there. I'm down. The scale says I've dropped about 6 pounds from beginning of February till today. It's probably a little less than that, but I have successfully lost some weight. It's hard to be in a caloric deficit when I'm not out on the job site, you know, especially when we were snowed in for basically January. I wasn't doing anything. I really wasn't even out here. When it's -5 outside, it's barely, the heater's barely keeping it at 32 degrees on this side of the garage, and you've got to stoke the heck out of that fire if you want to get it warmed up to anything manageable. So I really wasn't out here if I didn't need to be, unless I was, you know, working on a car real quick or something. So, weather's breaking, I'm getting back to moving. Hopefully by the end of the month I am back on the job and able to function, and then I can actually lose some weight, start getting some strength back. I ain't going out like an old man. It's not happening. I refuse to. I mean, hitting 50 and then like within a couple months getting hit with sciatica for the first time in your life, that's not fun. I'll tell you what, I was like, man, the dying process has begun apparently. So, all right, anyway, the coffee table, members will probably see a video on it later today maybe. But I've got things to do. I've got errands to run after I eat breakfast. And I got to go get some polyurethane for that table. So, going out like a gallon of milk. Mini split was the best thing I did for my garage. Heat and AC. I'd like to do a mini split. If Mr. Cool DIY is watching, send me a mini split. I'll gladly install it here. I'll find room for it. Say him later. All right, guys, I will catch up with you. My DIYbuilds.etsy.com is where you can start finding material lists. If you're looking for a material list for a 24 by 24, it's there. And you can go join the members on the channel for 99 cents a month. And you get some side quests, some shorts that I put up when I'm doing stuff. And you'll probably get to see the finished coffee table, or the process of it being finished by maybe the end of tonight or tomorrow. And hopefully by next weekend, I've had all the coats of poly on it, and I've got this thing in my house, and then I can put the video together and put it up. I'm going to try to chop the video down to bare bones, because it's not a how to build a coffee table, because I don't know how to build a coffee table. So, all right, I think that's all the information I have for you guys right now. I will catch up with you again later. You all have a blessed Sunday and the rest of your week. Now, how do I get out of here?